everyone, Sabrina here, and this is my February TBR. Yes, I know, we've done a week of February already. I'm late, I've kind of vanished. I've not felt like filming or doing anything book related at all, really, the last couple of weeks. I think I've finally given up with lockdown. But anyway, so I thought I'd do my TBR because they're nice, unchallenging videos to do. And then I realised, oh heck, my January reading hasn't gone as great as I hoped it would. There's a pile of books that I had on the list that I was going to finish and I haven't finished. There were books that I was going to read and I haven't read. Yeah, you know, it's been one of those months, it really has. This is what I'm doing. First up, I've got two books that I really want to finish this month. I've got Empire of Sand by Tasha Shuri. I am over halfway comfortably. And I'm really loving this. I just don't sit down and read at the moment, which is really bad. But I am really enjoying it. This is the first book in the series. I've got the second book down to buy since I finished this one. And the author has a new series starting up in June, I think, which I really want to read. I love the storytelling. I'm loving the writing. I love the characters. I just need to sit and read. So that's one. The other one I need to finish is Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. I am, again, over halfway through. Yeah, the bit at the back don't count. That's extras back here, all right? That's all extras. So I am over halfway. You know, Brandon Sanderson, high fantasy, epic fantasy, whichever bracket that falls into. This is good. It's character driven. It's a bit of a slow burn, but there's enough politics in that going on. Characters that I thought I would like, I actually don't like, and characters I thought, oh, I don't like them, I actually do like them. So, yeah, it's one of those where your loyalties change quite a lot throughout the book. But I just need to, again, sit down and read and finish it. I actually did try listening to the audiobook of this. I didn't get very far. I'm obviously not very good at listening to audiobooks because I want to do other stuff, and unfortunately there's certain things you can't do while listening to an audiobook. So trying to do some work, it just didn't happen. Anyway, I will get to finishing this because it's the first book in the Cosmic Conquest challenge that I am doing this year. And if I don't get this one done, then I've really got to a bad start. So in order to sort of kickstart my reading a bit, I've gone back into reading graphic novels because they're quick and easy to read. Last month I finished off all the volumes of Saga that I hadn't read. So that was volumes 6 to 9. I know it doesn't sound a lot, but it was like that much of my book. It was huge. So I think I'm going to do a Saga reread and then a video discussing Saga because awesome stuff. So next on my list was to tackle some of the Clone Wars graphic novels in the Star Wars universe that my husband has. Obviously these are all pre-Disney. So this is proper Star Wars. He got me started with some of like the introduction-y books that lead up to the Clone Wars, which start with Prelude to Rebellion, and we follow Ki-Adi-Mundi, who is he's the Jedi with the huge like cone head that you see in the movies on the council. Anyway, this is the introduction to him, set on his home world, so we learn a lot about his family and the society structure. Yeah, there's going to be a blog post on this because it's a bit meh to my introduction to like the Clone Wars and all that. This is a bit meh, so it can only get better from here. So I've already read that one, so graphic novels don't take me long to read, so I've cracked on and I've read Outlander as well. This carries on with Ki-Adi-Mundi's story and introduces Aurora Singh, who is a character that you blink and you miss her during the pod race scene in The Phantom Menace. She's standing on like one of the cliff tops and you see this figure, and it's Aurora Singh. Anyway, she becomes quite a massive character in the graphic novels. I mean, it's pretty cool that, you know, from this huge film, they take this obscure character and give her a whole backstory and fleshing out. And that's what my husband really likes about the original Star Wars stories, is every single character that you see on screen, there is a backstory to. There is a history. Every single one of them has been thought out about why they're there. And I think that's something that I think Disney has kind of forgotten a little bit with their trilogy remake, reboot, whatever they want to call it. Redacted. Where they focused on just the main characters. Whereas the Star Wars universe is huge, and George Lucas remembered that the universe was populated full of people. And every single character that he wrote about had a story, which is great. So Outlander, it's not great. I really don't like Ki-Adi-Mundi as a Jedi. He's a bit of an arrogant git, to be honest, and a bit bland. But Aurora Singh's kind of cool, like her. So yeah, you can tell I've been plowing through these. So I've also done the next one, which is Twilight. Actually, it's not the next one, it's the next one we've got. There is a graphic novel set just before this one, which finishes off like Kiamunday's first like block, and then we get this one, which introduces Quinlan Vos. Most Star Wars fans have heard of Quinlan Vos. So Quinlan Vos is yet another blink and you miss it character introduced in The Phantom Menace. He's actually in the background as the gang are walking through Tatooine. He's at one of the tables where Jar Jar bangs into a stall and all that goes on. But in the background is Quinlan Vos. You've really got to know where to look to see him though. Anyway, he starts his story arc here. This is probably my favourite one so far out of the series. Hits the ground running, lots of sort of questionable movements going on in here, character development pretty cool. We've got Aayla Secura in here as well, and the Twi'lek culture is pretty shitty to their women, I have to say. It's all in here, which is kind of cool. So it looks like I will be playing my way through as many Star Wars, Clone Wars, prequel-y stuff throughout February as possible, just to keep my reading going. I'm about to start the next one that we have in the series. Again, we're missing the one that becomes between Twilight and this, which continues Quinlan Vos's story, which is a little annoying. But this one we're back to Kiamunday, and it's the hunt for Aurora Singh, and I've just started it. It's okay, but there we go. So I'm going to try and read as many Star Wars graphic novels as possible in that era. Like I say though, they're not anything to do with Disney at all. I don't have to worry about any continuity whatsoever. And I think that's something that's another reviewer had commented on Goodreads, that the fact that the Phantom Menace film dropped and suddenly there was this huge swathe of comics that came out that was based in this time period, and it was just a case of here you go and introduce a whole pile of characters and we'll flesh out the Jedi Council. So it's kind of exciting to get to that era and read it and just go, yeah, there's so much possibility here. And then you see what Disney did, and yeah, never mind. The other book is Master of One by Jada Jones and Danny Bennett. The Fairy Loot read-along for this starts on Monday. It's a 500-page book, so I'm wondering how much of this I'm actually going to sit and commit to sitting down and reading. I really do want to read it. It sounds fun, it sounds exciting, and it's pretty. That might happen this week, I don't know, we'll have to see. So I think that's all I'm actually going to plan for. I'm just going to go, I want to finish these books, I'm going to try and read this Fairy Loot book, and I'm going to read as many Star Wars graphic novels as I feel like, and anything else that I read on top of that is a bonus, because literally at the moment it's really bad. I'm sitting in front of the telly and just scrolling on Twitter and Instagram and Pinterest, and it's like, I'm not reading. It sucks because I'm obviously working at home at the moment. So there's no excuse for it really. I'm sure I'm not the only one though, which is kind of what I keep telling myself at the moment. I've seen lots of people's February TBRs already. I mean, Olivia, Savannah and Abby, how on earth you're getting the oomph to read like 14, 16 books. I mean, I saw Gavin's TBR and it was just like, this is insane, you know. And I'm trying really hard not to compare myself with these readers that are obviously having a great reading time at the moment, and you know, that's nothing to be ashamed of, that I'm just struggling to read books at the moment. TBRs, let me know what you're doing down below in the comments. Links to blogs and vlogs, that would be lovely. And pop quiz, you know, your favourite Star Wars Jedi, please. I will count all variations of Star Wars if you want. There we go. And if you want to count Finn as a Jedi, go for it, because he so should have been. In the description box down below you will find links to my social media, my book blog, which I have neglected, I'm sorry, I will sort that out, and other booktubers that I think you should go and support and watch, because algorithms suck and do not work and are privilege based. So let's sort that out. As always, thank you very much for watching and happy reading. Be well.